Hello, this is Don White, the Superintendent of the Troy School District, and this is the board brief for the August 21st, 2013 Board of Education meeting. The first thing I'd like to do is remind everyone that the board brief is just meant to be a quick overview of the topics that I will be discussing with the Board of Education during the Committee of the Whole meeting and the action items and other topics that will be discussed at the regular meeting. It's not intended to be a thorough examination of any one topic, but just to give insight for the community on what the board is discussing and what's happening in the district. The first agenda that I'd like to review, or the first list of topics, has to do with the Committee of the Whole discussion topics for August 21st. And this is the memo. If you look at your screen, this is the memo that will be covered with the Board of Education. The first thing we'll do is just review the agenda for the regular meeting, which starts at 7 p.m. at the Board of Education room, or the district office at 5800 West Theodore. Then we will be handing out new devices, new technology devices for the Board of Education. We started doing electronic packets approximately 4 years ago, might even be 5 years ago. And we use the first generation of the iPad. Unfortunately, the first generation of iPad is no longer supported. The devices, the iPads, made it a long way for us and have served us very well, but they're starting to fail, so we've decided to go with the Galaxy Tab 2, and we're looking forward to this new device for use for electronic packets. We've saved a lot of money on paper over those years, and I'm sure that the iPads have more than paid for themselves. The second topic we're going to discuss with the board is the investment strategy. We're working on a new investment strategy to try to maximize the investments that we have. Unfortunately, the interest rates are very low, so we're just trying to make sure that we're maximizing and getting the highest interest rates possible. The next topic we'll discuss with the board is just a preliminary information on we're going to revise the collection of fees plan that we have in place. We want the board to review that. This is part of our annual review, continuous improvement. I'll be providing the board with a class size update. Unfortunately, we've had a last-minute rush of students coming into the district, and it's caused us to have to add 4 positions. But we need to get we've done our best, we've done our best to try to get the word out about registration, but unfortunately this year we've had a last-minute rush, and it's created some last-minute changes for classes and assignments for students. So we're working through those issues, but it sure would be nice to have parents register much earlier than they've done this year. And the last topic I want to talk with the board is a policy review overview. We're going to be doing a comprehensive review of all policies, so I'll give them the plan that I have in place so that we can go through that with the Board of Education. Now on to the regular board meeting. The board meeting does begin. Oh, by the way, the Committee of the Whole begins at 5:30 p.m. in the district office, and the regular Board of Education meeting begins at 7 p.m. in the Administration Center. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. There will be a roll call. The board will accept the agenda. We probably will have revisions to the agenda that you're seeing on your screen due to last-minute hires, but we'll do our very best to get this posted in a timely manner. On the forum, we have Senator McGuire. Pat McGuire is going to come and visit with the board. He's asked to just present and answer any questions that the board might have in regard to what's happening at the state level. And we are going to recognize our Special Olympics athletes with Megan Lewandowski and Kim Rothstein. They will be at the board meeting. We didn't get a chance to recognize them last year, and we had several state qualifiers, so we're very excited about them visiting with us. We'll have time for comments from the public, and then our typical district office quick reports. The consent agenda for the Board of Education, one thing I will highlight is there's a slight dress code amendment that I'm proposing to the board. I'm proposing that we allow striped polo shirts, but we're going to see if the board will accept that. The other thing is we're changing words such as shall to must inside, and we have a religious objector statement that we've added to the dress code. So nothing of content really except for the striped polo shirts. And we have a closed session. We will need a closed session. I'm not sure if we'll be able to fit it in during Committee of the Whole. I'm hopeful, though. Action items, we have decision on closed session minutes. That's something that the board does twice a year. They review the closed session minutes, and I'll have a recommendation on which one to open and which ones to keep closed. Typical personnel, we have several resignations for the board to consider. We have extra co-curricular resignations. We have one appointment. Our network manager has moved on, so we're making a recommendation that actually it's a current employee be employed as the network manager. We have several certified appointments, and as I said earlier, we will be adding to this list, I'm confident, between now and the board meeting. We have several ESP appointments, and again, I'm sure that we'll have additional names to add to this list. We have several appointments for extra and co-curricular, also on the agenda. The board will then consider the tentative budget. Fortunately, we're in a very healthy financial condition, and so we will be recommending, of course, a balanced budget. And it's tentative. It'll be on display for 30 days in the district office for anyone that would like to see it. And then we're recommending that the board accept the recommendation to implement the Best Buddies Club. Actually, it's a replacement of a current club that we have, so it's budget neutral, but it's one that we believe would be good for kids, and it's at the middle school. I apologize, I can't remember which club that we are dropping, but there was one club that students didn't participate in, or it was very low participation. And then we have discussion and informational items for the board. Hopefully we'll be done with our closed session so we won't need it at the end of the meeting, and then the board will adjourn. Again, the board meeting begins at 7 p.m. at the Administration Center at 5800 West Theodore. You're encouraged to visit my website for additional information. It's donwhite.troy30c.org. Thank you.